Let's go, Mexico! Check four, check four!
Luck now to throw. And he finds Tyler Croft. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Now on second down, this is Gore. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First down, Buffalo. Mike. Check out.
On first down, it's Gore. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Henry Anderson there on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Locke. He's got Gore. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing wrong. Hey, look 3.
From the gun on third down, Locke. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now it's Locke. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Back to throw, Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
We're going to sign. Mike 59. Come on, now, come on, now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold caught here by Bell. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Well, this week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals, no strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting them first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
He's coming, double up. Ready? 49.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 12, Luck. And this one caught by Beasley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Bills first down.
On 1st down, Gore. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. A shotgun snap for Love. Drops it underneath to Gore. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
49.
Darnold now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
13 yards on the play.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here's Love. It's complete. It's Gore. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Love. And that's complete to Croft. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Let's get it together, defense. Hey, orbit.
Here's Love. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, they're in second in Philly, and the Eagles out in front early. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Throw complete to Herndon. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Darnold from the gun. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Bravo. 49's the mic. Watch 49.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Throwing again is Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Darnold on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Darnold on a crossing route. He hits Demaryius Thomas. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Darnold from the red zone now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Gore hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the gun on third down, Luck. And the grab by Croft. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Gore. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. And he finds Beasley complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw is Locke. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. A first down throw, Darnold. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Darnold. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Let's go, fellas.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A first down carry for Bell, but he'll work forward for only about a yard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
General West.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. To throw is Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He was looking for a Nunwa there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, it's Love. He's going deep for Brown. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership will.
And he can't find room to run. Bell's going to go down, and that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
That's it, baby. We don't work.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing is Locke. Under pressure, and down he goes. Locke is sacked.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
He dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold, he's going to rifle one. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. It's Gore. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Buffalo, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.